So on this past episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, we got introduced to Latricia's husband, Marquez. He came to Black and had a conversation with Marceau. He said he didn't feel comfortable with Latricia's boyfriend, Ken, raising his children. But Marceau gave him a reality check by telling him that he needed to take accountability for leaving his family, in which I felt like I never really got a clear understanding of why he left Latricia and her kids. But now there's an article out that says that Martell is no longer the most toxic man on Love and Marriage Huntsville. They're trying to give that title to Marquez. So let's get into this article that was shared on yesterday. So it starts out with giving you what they consider the big picture. It says Martell Holt's status as the biggest F-boy in Huntsville is being threatened by newcomer Marquez. Now, it goes on to say that Marquez was called out by Marceau for neglecting his children, earning him the title of most toxic husband in the show. It says season 8 of Love and Marriage Huntsville continues to deliver a collection of trifling men, with Marquez taking the lead as the most toxic. Now, I gotta say, in his defense, we really don't know a whole lot about him. And to literally take the title as most toxic over Martell Holt, I would have to disagree with that. But the article goes on to say that Love and Marriage Huntsville is notorious for toxic relationships. It says that Martell Holt has won several social media based challenges for being the biggest F-boy on reality television. And then it kind of goes on talking about various things that we know Martell has done that has given him that title. Now, then the article goes on and they start talking about Moses, Destiny Payton's ex, Sonny Minx's new husband. They say this season's introduction to Moses paints a shady picture. Also, the timeline between his breakup with Destiny and his connection with Sonny has more holes than a cheese grater. But they said there are no children involved. The article then goes on to highlight the fact that Moses and Destiny weren't married. They weren't even engaged. So they said the fact that he traded Destiny in for her producer, Sonny, then married her, they said it's basically showing an opportunistic move that reeks of self-preservation. But they said it doesn't qualify him as most toxic. So I don't know. But like I said, we don't really know much about Marquez. We know that he left his family. I have seen on social media videos where he's picking the kids up from Trisha's house. I've seen pictures of him at events with the kids. So there's just a whole lot that we don't really know about him I feel like, to give him that title. But the article goes on to say that Marquez's inability to take accountability for failing as a husband and a father gives him the needed points to score higher than Martell on the toxic-o-meter. It says disappearing from your children's lives and then reappearing years later and being angry that another man stepped in and picked up the responsibility you dropped is nasty work. Now, in regards to Marquez leaving his family, Marceau had quite a bit to say to him, which a lot of people felt like what he said made a lot of sense, and he was holding Marquez to be accountable for his actions. So let's take a quick listen to what he had to say.
You want to take accountability for leaving, right? But you don't want to take accountability for the consequences.
I understand, I messed up. I left my family. I get it. My only issue is this man coming in and us never having a real conversation.
I'm with you on that.
And I need that.
This is something, honestly, this is something that you should feel hurt about and change. Your daughter's 10 years old. It's okay to come in and say, hey, baby girl, I made a mistake. Anything that you allow to get between you and your kids is more important to you than your kids. And right now, your interaction with him is more important than your children. Y'all need to have a conversation. You may not recognize this, man, but this guy picked up where you left off.
I had such a hard time with that.
You know what the first word should be out your mouth when you talk to him? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You're not gonna like this. Thank you. Does he pay bills at the house?
I don't know what's going on over
I
there.
assume so. I assume so. I'm pretty sure that he's bought your kids something.
Oh yeah, he's taking him out the country. He's done a lot of things. The car that my son got.
So, thank you. Yeah, that's a tough one. But if you want to be a co-parent, start by acknowledging the fact that this guy's been picking up the slack.
Well, he don't got no choice. I feel like he don't have a choice.
He has a choice.
If
He
he
can
loves
leave.
her, he don't have a choice but to love
He
my
could leave.
children.
He could leave like you left.
He ain't finna leave. He worship the ground she walk on. He ain't going on.
Somebody does. You didn't.
Now, Marceau was correct in saying that, somebody else definitely wants to worship the ground that she walks on because you didn't. And Marceau definitely held the fire to his feet and tried to get him to understand the consequences for his actions. But drop down in the comments, let me know, do you think, based off the information that we know about this man, do you think that he is now the most toxic man on Love and Marriage Huntsville over Martell Holt? Like I said, I don't know about the most toxic, but a lot of people have said that he seems very childish and petty. And they agreed with Marceau. They said Marceau is 100% right in this situation. Dude is so petty and immature. And someone else commented that he was childish. They said so childish about a man doing what he should be doing. They said, I'm glad Marceau told him the truth. So drop down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about what Marceau had to say to him. But also, what do you think about Marquez taking Martell's place as the most toxic man on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Like I said, I don't think we know enough about him to pass that title or torch over to him, but I always love to hear what you guys are thinking. Drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. And as always, you guys, I thank you all for watching and listening, and I will talk to you in the next video. Please give this one a thumbs up and be sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update from What's Happening.